So, Mr. Sarthak, we'll be solving these equations today. And before we start solving the equations, I'll just take you through these ways in which the equation can be solved. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The first, the first thing your textbook has said is that if 2 plus x is equal to 100, subtract 2 from both sides as 2 minus 2 is equal to 0 and x is isolated. See, Mr. Sarthak, in any equation, all you want is you want to isolate the x or the y. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so basically, when they are writing x by 4 is equal to 5, x, what you want is you want the value of x. Now, here in this case, if you see 1 by 4 is multiplied by x is equal to 5. We want a isolated x. We want value of x. That is one and the same thing. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
So, for example, if I look at this equation, in this equation, I want the value of n. I can get the value of n if and only if n is isolated. N is isolated. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
So basically what I want is that this 3 should leave this n, because if this 3 leaves n, I'll just have n is equal to something. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
So let us take this example only. So for example, if it is 3n is equal to 48. Mr. Satya, if I want this 3 to leave n, what should I do?
So divide
Divide by what?
3.
Divide both sides by 3. Why do I do this? Because if I divide 3n by 3 and I divide 48 by 3, this n is now isolated. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
For example, let us take a similar example. So for example, this example, 5.2x is equal to 1.3. 5.2x is equal to 1.3. So what your textbook is saying is that I want to isolate x. So how can I isolate x, Mr. Sarthak? What should I do?
Divide both sides by 5.2.
Shabash, divide both sides by 5.2. Why? Because 5.2x divided by 5.2 is equal to 1.3 divided by 5.2. Mr. Satya, any doubt? Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So basically, what your textbook is saying is that solve the following equation is the same as saying that you need an isolated x or isolated y or isolated z, and there are various ways in which you can isolate. So for example, in this case, if you want to isolate this x, what you do is you subtract 2 from both sides. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No.
Now there are various means. Basically, there are 4 means in which you can isolate. One is you can subtract. Okay. Now, if you have a case like this, again, you want to isolate y. In this case, you can add 10 on both sides. Why? Because y minus 10 plus 10 is equal to 7 plus 10. Why? Because this will cancel and y is equal to 17, and that is what we wanted. We wanted a isolated y. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
So you can subtract, you can add. Then let us look at this example. Y upon 5 is equal to minus 2. Now If you look carefully at this, my y has a 1 by 5 attached to this. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Now I want to isolate this y. So what should I do? I should multiply 5 on both sides. Why? Because 1 by 5 y into 5 is equal to 2 into 5. This 5 and this 5 will cancel and y would be equal to 10. This is a tiny doubt.
No, sir, I didn't understand this.
Okay. So do you understand that this can be written as 1 by 5 y is equal to minus 2? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Satya, I want a isolated y. Isolated y. Isolated y, or you can say a lonely y. Lonely. I want y alone. Now, how can I remove this 1 by 5 which is attached to this y? What I can do is I can multiply both sides by 5. Why? Because 1 by 5y, I multiply this by 5 and right hand side minus 2 I multiply by 5. This is a 10 doubt.
No, sir.
Now, if you see, this 5 and this 5 will cancel. This y will be isolated and this will be equal to minus 10. Mr. Satya, have you understood it now or not?
Yes.
I think previously I wrote plus 2 that you need to take care. So let us take another example, Mr. Satya. Let us take an example like, just to understand, let us take an example like 1 by 4y is equal to 20. So Mr. Satya, what should I do?
Multiply both sides by 4.
Multiply. Any doubt?
No.
Why? Because this 4 and this 4 will cancel and y would be equal to 80. This is Satya, any doubt?
No.
Okay. This is Satya. If this was, let us assume 1 upon 24y is equal to 20. So what should I do? Multiply both sides by
24.
24. Shabash. So 1 by 24 into 24, 20 into 24. So 24 and 24 will cancel and this will be 24 into 20, which will be equal to 480. So Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
Mr. Sarthak, any doubt? Mr. Sarthak, any doubt? Okay. Mr. Satya, what should I do now?
But first you need to multiply both sides by 7.
Multiply both sides by 7. So y by 7 into 7 would be equal to 6 into 7. Any doubt?
No, sir.
This 7 and this 7 will cancel, therefore y is equal to 42. This is a tiny doubt.
No, sir.
So you want an isolated y or x or p or q or n or whatever they want. Now, if it is in the form of 8r is equal to 56, so what can I do, Mrs. Satya?
In this, so you can divide both sides by 8.
Shabash. Divide both sides by 8. So 8r upon 8 is equal to 56 upon 8. This will cancel. Therefore, r would be equal to 7. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No,
Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, great, sir. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll use these 4 simple rules. Yeah, we will practice these 4 simple rules. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division before we go ahead. So I'll write few equations. You can start doing them. Is it okay? Mr. Sarthak, is it okay? Okay, Mr. Satya, you can start doing all the questions.
Yeah.
A to K. Okay. Okay, Mr. Satya. 7y is equal to 49. What did you do?
7y equals 7. Y
I'm sorry.
equals 7. Sorry. Y equals 7.
No, what did you do? Did you add? Did you subtract? Did you multiply? Did you divide? What did you do?
Sir, I divide.
Shabash. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
So y would be equal to 7. Okay, Mr. Sarthak, B part, what did you do?
So we'll multiply it by 7,
Shabash, shabash,
each side by 7. So then 7 and 7 is cut. So y is equal to 35.
shabash, very nice. 7 and 7 will cancel, y would be equal to 35, very nice. Okay, Mr. Satya, what did you do here?
Sir, over here I subtracted
Shabash, what did you subtract?
10 minus 3. So I got the answer 7.
Shabash. So 3 plus y minus 3 would be equal to 10 minus y. So this 3 and this 3 will cancel, therefore y is equal to 7. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sarthak, what did you do here in the D part?
So over here I added
Shabash, what did you add?
7 and 3.
7 and 3. You added 3 on both sides, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you add 3 on both sides. And this 3 and this 3 cancels, 7 plus 3, therefore y is equal to 10. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
So basically what we are doing is we are practicing on simple equations. And what we are trying to understand is that to solve any equation, basically, there are 4 ways in which you can do this. You can add, you can subtract, you can multiply, you can divide. Now these are very basic equations. Once we have done these, we'll go and solve some complicated equations also. So Mr. Satya, what did you do here?
3y. So I multiplied.
What did you
So I
multiply?
did. So first I did 3. Okay, I did it in a different way, sir. But in
Okay.
your way, sir, it will be 15 divided by 3. So it will be 5.
No, what did you do? Mr.
Sir, I
Satya?
did like 3 into 15. 3 into 5 equals 15.
3
So I'll
into 5
do
equals 15. Okay.
15. So I did it like that in the table.
So you said that y is equal to 5.
Yeah.
Mr. Sarthak, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So Mr. Sarthak, what Mr. Satya is saying is that something multiplied by 3 is 15. So what can that something be? So he is saying that something should be equal to 5. Mr. Sarthak, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So that is another way in which you can look at it. Okay. Mr. Sarthak, F part, how did you do it? Mr. Sarthak.
So I added 7 on each side.
Shabash, shabash. Very nice. So 7 and 7 will cancel and y would be equal to 15. Mr. Satya, same answer?
Yes.
Shabash. Mr. Sarthak, G part, how did you do it?
So I added again 7 and 7.
You added 7 and 7 on both sides. So after this, what happened, Mr. Sarthak?
So 7 and 7 on the left hand side get cut.
Why do they get cut? They are of the same sign. Mr. Sarthak. Mr. Satya.
So to get the value of b, we need to cancel both of them. So when we cancel both of them, only 10 plus 7 remains. So 10 plus 7 is 17. So value of b is 17.
Alright, sir, in the first step, what should I do? What should I do? This step is not taking me anywhere. So what should I do? Should I add or should I subtract?
So subtract
Subtract what? Subtract what? Sorry?
7.
So P plus 7 minus 7 is equal to 10 minus 7. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Mr. Sarthak, you need to take care that whether you have to add something or you need to subtract something. Any doubt, Mr. Sarthak?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Sarthak, in H part, what should I do?
So
Mr. Sarthak.
7 and 7 we'll add on both sides.
Shabash, 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 very nice. So in this case, I should be adding 7 on both sides. See, if I add, only then they will cancel. Therefore, Q is equal to 21. Mr. Satya, is it okay?
Yes.
Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Mr. Sarthak, we'll do the complicated equations, but just to warm up, we are doing some basic equation. Mr. Sarthak, what should I do there?
So we'll multiply 5 on both sides.
Okay, shabash. Okay,
5
therefore I
and
have
5 will be get.
shabash, shabash. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Satya, what should I do in the J part?
So in J part, you have to multiply both sides by 10.
Shabash. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Then 10 and 10 will get cancelled. So answer is 15.
Shabash. Shabash. Very nice. Mr. Satya, K part?
In K part, you need to minus 7. You need to do 7 minus 7. Subtract.
Shabash. Q plus 7 minus 7 is equal to
Equals
5
7.
minus.
5 plus 7. 5 minus.
Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Do we have any doubt about this? Okay. Now we move on to the. So these are the 4 rules that we have studied. Now this is the 5th rule that your book talks about, Mr. Sarthak. Now 2x plus y 5 is equal to minus 16. Now I need to do this in steps. And step number 1 would be I will attack this 5 first. Mr. Sarthak, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So what I'll do is I'll subtract 5 from both sides. So it will be 2x plus 5 minus 5 is equal to minus 16 minus 5. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
This 5 and this 5 will cancel. So I'll have 2x is equal to minus 21. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No.
Okay. Mr. Sarthak, what should I do next? 2x is equal to minus 21. What should I do next?
So divide 2 on both sides.
Shabash, shabash. Very nice. 2x by 2 is equal to minus 21 by 2. Any doubt?
No, sir.
No.
Any doubt? Mr. Sarthak, what should I do next? 2x is equal to minus 21. What should I do next? 2x by 2 is equal to minus 21 by 2. Any doubt? 2x by 2 is equal to minus 21 by 2. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Therefore, x is equal to minus 21 by 2. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No.
So, basically, what we have learned is, first we learned the easy way of solving. We solve the easy equations. In easy equations, only one step is required. So you either add or multiply or divide or subtract. Other kind of equations are equations like these, where two or more steps are required. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm marking these questions. You can start doing these questions. The questions that I'm marking, please try to do these first because the others are a bit complicated. So we'll do the easy equations first. Once we are finished with the easy equations, then we will move on to the complicated equations. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
So all the equations that I have marked, please do these first. You can start. Okay, Mr. Sarthak. First question.
So x is equal to 12.
Avash. Second question. Mr. Sarthak.
So x is equal to no. So just a second.
Mr. Satya.
11.
Shabash. Mr. Sarthak. C part.
X is equal to -2.
Shabash. Nice. -2. Mr. Sarthak. D part.
X is equal to 20.
Shabash. Mr. Sarthak. F part.
X is equal to 0.
Shabash. Mr. Satya. H part.
H equal 3 upon 4.
Okay. Mr. Satya. H part. What answer did you get?
3 upon 4.
Mr. Sarthak.
So I got 6 upon 8.
Yeah, same. 6 upon 8. So we can cancel. We can
Yes.
take the common factor out now.
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sarthak, I part.
2 upon 4.
Okay. So 4y is equal to -5 -7. 4y is equal to -12. Y is equal to -12 upon 4. Y is equal to -3. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No,
Mr. Satya, what is the answer you got for this I part?
-3.
Okay. Mr. Sarthak, K part?
-2.
Shabash. X is equal to -2. Shabash. L part, Mr. Sarthak.
So 48 upon 3.
Shabash. Mr. Satya, this will be equal to Mr. Satya.
I got 16, sir.
Shabash.
I
Very nice. Mr. Sarthak, M part.
-2.
1 second. Mr. Satya, what is the N part? Could you solve N part?
no, sir. I was not able to solve it.
Okay, so let us try to understand N part. So N part is x by 2 is equal to 1 by 10. Mr. Satya, 1 by 10 is equal to
11 upon 10.
Shabash. So now my question is that x by 2 is equal to 11 by 10. Mr. Satya, how can I remove this 2?
Sir, I'm not getting that.
Okay, Mr. Sarthak, how can I remove this 2?
So we can multiply it by 2.
Shabash, shabash. Multiply both sides by 2. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No.
So this 2 and 2 will cancel, therefore x would be equal to this 2 and this will cancel, therefore x would be equal to 11 by 5. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Sarthak, what is the answer for this part? O part?
So x is equal to 5.
Beta 3.64 minus 1.36. Any doubt?
So
So O would be equal to x is equal to 3.64 minus 1.36, and this would be equal to
2.28.
8532 1.128. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
no, sir.
Mr. Sarthak, what would be the answer for P part?
So 1.5.
1.5. Shabash. 2 minus half. 2 minus half is 3 by 2, and this would be equal to 1.5. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No.
Okay. Mr. Satya, Q part. What is the answer for Q?
4.
1.3 divided by 5.2. This would be equal to 13 by 10 into 52 by 10. This will cancel. So 13 fourth. This should be equal to 1 by 4. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No.
Okay. R part. Mr. Sarthak, what is the answer?
So 2.
X is equal to 12 minus 14 should be equal to minus 2. Any doubt? Any
No,
doubt,
sir.
sir? Mr.
So
Satya,
I
any doubt?
said minus.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I said minus 2.
Okay. Okay. So, Mr. Sarthak, would you be able to solve these simple questions now? Some simple equations now?
Yes, sir.
Nice, sir.